Okay, good evening children. Today our lesson is data representation. Okay, under this data representation we learn how to represent data using a pie chart. Okay, for this pie chart we use a circle, right? The whole circle represents the total number of data. That means just imagine some data collected from some students, data collected from farmers, or some candidates likewise. Okay, anyhow this data can be represented on a pie chart using a circle, right? And I told you earlier the whole circle, that means angles around a point is 360, right? So this 360 degrees represents the total number of data, right? So after drawing the pie chart, you should separately show each and every sector with the relevant quantities. Okay, right. We will go to some examples. That means I will provide you some tables. According to those tables, we will draw some pie charts. Okay, this is our first example. See the question. Okay, our first example is how some farmers have grown some different types of vegetables here. Okay, according to this, 30 farmers have grown carrot, 40 farmers have grown pumpkin. Likewise, you are given, right? We are going to represent this data in a pie chart. So for that we need to deal with 360 degrees, because we know in the circle angle around the point is 360 degrees, right? Our first step must be finding the total number of data in the table. Whether it is given or not, you must find it, right? We will get the total here, 120, right? Now we are going to calculate each and every angle in the circle. That means as the sectors, we in the pie chart we draw some sectors now to represent these four data. So we need to find these angles according to the values, right? How do we find the angle of the sector represents carrot, represent the farmers who grow carrots, right? We know out of 120 farmers there are 30 farmers who grow carrots, right? This is as a fraction, but we want the angle, so we must multiply this fraction by 360 degrees. So you should know, to find the angle of the sector you must multiply a fraction by 360 degrees. In this fraction, as the denominator we must write the total number of data, and as the numerator the relevant amount. Okay, so when we simplify this, what will come? Usually I am simplifying with the angle, but you can cut these two zeros even. 0 to 0 cut. Here 12 times 1, 12 times 3. So we can use this 3 for each and every vegetable here. So here 90 degrees coming. For pumpkin, the angle of the sector for the farmers who are growing pumpkin. Out of 120 farmers, there are 40 farmers who grow pumpkin. So to find the angle, we will multiply it by 360. Remember that, to write that 360 up. Now again same number, no, 120 times 1 here, 120 times 3 here. So 3 times 4, 12, 120. Now the 0 is remaining. Next, for brinjals, out of 120, 35 growing brinjals, multiplied by 360 again. In the same way I am cancelling, finally I am multiplying. 105 degrees. Then for the last one, if you want, you can do like this. Add these three angles, and from 360 you can subtract the total. Then even you can get the same answer. But here I am doing the same calculation. Out of 120, 15 drawing ladies' fingers multiplied by 360 degrees. 45 degrees. Now we need to show these sectors separately as a pie chart, right? Firstly, draw a circle with the compass, right? Then you can mark the center now, right? Then draw any straight line wherever that you want, one straight line from the center to the circle, right? Then keep the protractor like this. Keeping the protractor like this, measure 90 degrees, or else just even you can draw that. But here, after measuring that, 90 degrees are coming like this, 90 degrees, right? The next one is 120. Keep the protractor like this, 120 from zero measure. From zero measure, mark 120, then remove the protractor. This is 120 degrees. It represents the farmers who grow pumpkin. The next one is 105. There also keep the protractor in this way. Keep the protractor in this way. From 0 start. Then from 105 you can stop. Right. This is 105. And this must be 45. If you are not sure, you can measure and see. Right. Then for each and every sector you can put different patterns or else different colors can be used. After using them separately, you must show them with the help of a small box, right here. Crosses for one. So here crosses represent carrot, farmers who grow carrot. And the next one, a symbol like this, pumpkin. Next one, dots, brinjals. Next one, empty one even you can use, ladies' fingers. Here we drew the pie chart. Okay, our second example, right? It shows us the number of candidates who have faced an examination with different mediums, 3 different mediums. That means the circle should be separated into 3 portions, right? 3 sectors. We are going to find those 3 angles. Right. First of all, I told you whether they have asked or not, we need to find the total number of candidates, because that is the one which represents the, 360 degrees. 180. There are 180 candidates. Okay. Angle of the sector represents Sinhala medium. Sinhala medium candidates. Out of 180, out of the total, there are 100 candidates who are facing in Sinhala medium. If so, as an angle, multiplied by 360 degrees. We know that 180 times 2 is 360. That means 300 degrees is the angle for that. Next one, in Tamil medium. Out of 180, there are 60 candidates. So multiply by 360 degrees to find the relevant angle. 2 times 6, 12. 120 degrees. In English medium, out of 180, there are only 20 candidates, multiplied by 360 degrees. 40 degrees. Check whether the total is 360 or not. 200 plus 120 plus 40. 360 is coming. After that, you can draw the circle. As I told you earlier, mark the center. Then from one radius start. Firstly mark 200 degrees, right? After that 120, then 40. Okay, complete it by yourself. Then show the 3 different mediums separately with 3 patterns, so with 3 colors, right? Okay, our third example, right? 90 students faced an examination, and out of them 15 students have got A passes, 25 got B passes, 30 have got C passes, and the rest got D passes, right? We don't know this one, but in the beginning of the question they have given us the total number of students. So do we really need to find the total here? No need, because it is given, but we need to find how many students have got D passes here. Add the given number of students, then subtract it from the total number of students. When we add all these, 70 is coming. So from 90 subtract 70, 20 should be here, right? Now, like earlier, we can do the calculations. Out of 90 students, 90 is the total. Out of 90 students, we will find for A passes, 15 students got A passes, 25 students got B passes, 30 got C passes, and 20 got D passes. Multiply all by 360 because we need to find the angle. Right. 90 times 1, here 90 times 4 is 360 degrees. 60 degrees. 100 degrees. 120 degrees. 80 degrees. Right. We will show all these data in a pie chart. Okay children, now you can do the exercise 11.1 completely. There are 3 questions, okay. After doing them, the images should be sent to the Viber group. Okay children, earlier we learned how to draw a pie chart when we are given information or data, right? Now we are given the pie chart with some angles. So with the help of this, we are going to extract information, right? So this pie chart shows us the information collected from 720 people, about the movie types they prefer, right? That means this 720 is the total number of data, right? See the pie chart, right? Here some angles are given except this, except these two, right? Anyhow, in the question it is mentioned that equal number of people like both comedy and action movies, right? That means these two, the angles must be same, right? The angles must be same. That means it represents 60 degrees. The angle is 60 degrees, right? And if we know all the angles here except this, we can find it with the help of 360 degrees also, right? Our Roman number 1 question is, what is the angle of the sector which denotes action movies? Action movies, it's here, angle is 60 degrees. Roman number 2 question, what is the angle of the sector which denotes scientific fictions? Scientific fictions, dots, with the dots it is shown, right? From 360, we must subtract what? Firstly, we will add all the angles. 80, 60, another 60 from action movies, 120. $320. When we subtract, 40 degrees coming, right? The angle related to this is 40 degrees. That is the answer. Show the steps and get the answer. 40 degrees. Right? Our third question is, which movie type is most preferred? You can see the biggest angle is here. It shows us cartoon. Next one, which movie type is least preferred? It shows us from the least angle, 40 degrees. That is scientific fiction. Next one, find the number of people prefer each type of movie type. Right. Now, we don't know how many people like comedy movies, how many people like action movies. Likewise, we don't know exactly, but we know the related angles and the total number of people. Right? To calculate that, number of people who prefer comedy movies. Right. Now, from the angle we should take that, because we know the angle here. Out of 360 degrees, 60 degrees represent comedy movies. Right? Out of 360 degrees, 60 degrees represent comedy movies. If so, from 720 people, how many prefer comedy movies? Multiplied by the total number of people there. Right? In the same way, number of people who prefer action movies, cartoon, scientific fiction, adventure. Right. We know the angle here. Out of 360 degrees, for action movies the angle is 60 degrees, same angle, multiplied by 720. Again, out of 360, 120 degrees, multiplied again by 720. 40 degrees. Right. Now we will simplify. 360 times 1, here 360 times 2. Right? So 2 times 6 is 12. 120 people like comedy movies. In the same way, we can cancel 120 people. 240 people. 80 people. 160 people. When you know the angles, for the fraction you take the angles, then multiply it by the total number of data given to you. Okay children, this is our second example. Here, this pie chart shows us number of people who has different types of blood groups. Okay, from 200 people only data is collected here. From 200 people, it is in the question, right? So I mentioned it here. Right. Now our first question is, find the angle of the sector that denotes people with type B blood group. Type B blood group is here. We don't know the angle, but there is a method. What is that? Firstly, add all the angles that we know here. Add everything. 216 degrees. Now, from 360 degrees, subtract it. 144 degrees. Right. Now the next question is find the number of people with each type of blood group. Find the number of people. Number of people only we need to find. Here we know all the angles in the sectors. Right. So with the help of them, type A. For type A, out of 360 degrees, 36 degrees represent type A blood group multiplied by the total number of people. Then for type B, out of 360, angle is 144 multiplied by 200. Type AB, out of 360, 126 multiplied by 200 again. Type O, 54 degrees. Okay children, now you can do the exercise 11.2. There are 3 questions. Okay, after that if you want you can try the miscellaneous exercises also. Right? Okay, God bless you.